Greetings, literal Cape Crusaders. I'm the Fedora Mask, and I'm here on the MC Championship, limited time server for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Made by Nox Crew, it is a fun little place to play minigames with our marketplace-made fellows. And with it, there are a plethora of exclusive cosmetics to unlock for your avatar. What kind of cosmetics, you may ask? Well, we got new emotes, animal heads based on the teams competing in the MCC Ender Cup, but most importantly, a brand new cape, one that also celebrates the 15th anniversary of Minecraft, but these goodies aren't exactly handouts. In fact, there are 15 challenges to complete in order to claim these cosmetics, and only while the server is active. Even more so for the cape, that requires all 15 challenges to be completed for the privilege of claiming it. But we'll worry about that later. For now, I'll be your guide to the first 14 challenges and how to complete them. You may think since we're dealing with the competitive scene here, these challenges will test your skill and wit to their limits. Well, no. In fact, most of these challenges can be cheesed, which is what we're going to do. But first, let's hit up the Mascot Hat Shop, located in the corner of Meltdown and Sands of Time. Here, we can purchase beanies with coins collected in the minigames. This is important because most of the challenges require a specific beanie to be worn during completion. And at 250 coins a pop, we're going to need to play a bit before we can get them. And I know exactly where to start. So here we are at the Sands of Time minigame lobby. In this game, players explore a temple while collecting treasure for coins and sand to increase time, all while avoiding mobs. This one is great to start with, because the exit is open at all times, making it the cheesiest of the minigames. Now here's a clip of a quick playthrough. Enjoy! And with that, the first challenge is completed, and you got enough scratch to buy a beanie. So go back to the hat seller and get yourself either a bat or coyote beanie and try it on. Honestly, it doesn't matter which one you choose first, since you'll be repeating the same route a couple of times for the both of them. Of course, you can choose to explore more if you want, but for the purpose of this video, time is money. So after all that, we're 3 challenges in, and with coins to buy more beanies. So let's get ourselves a rabbit, ocelot, and parrot beanies, and move on to the next minigame. This place high in the sky is Ace Race. Simply put, a racing track with launch pads, speed and jump boosters, and a few elytra segments. Normally we'd have to run this course multiple times for each beanie. For example, the Pink Parrot Challenge wants you to go through the elytra gates 25 times, but there are only 3 in the course. Needless to say, it's time to cheese it. Let's start with the Ocelot Challenge, that wants you to run through speed boosters 100 times. Luckily, we could cheese this right from the start. Run between the 2 speed boosters at the beginning of the track, until you feel you hit the challenge criteria. Just so you know, you can't change hats during a minigame, so you'll actually have to finish in order to move to the next challenge. For the Red Rabbit Challenge, there are 2 launch pads pretty close to the start. Launch yourself from one to the other, then fall off the map to restart near them, and repeat until you hit 50 launches before finishing the course. And lastly, the aforementioned Parrot Challenge. Once the elytra is equipped, nosedive right into the void and repeat until you hit 25. 7 challenges down, 7 more to go. Let's move on to the next game, shall we? Welcome to Grid Runners, a gauntlet of microgames and home to 4 more challenges. In here, we will need the gecko, panda, and axolotl beanies. Unlike the last 2 games, this one won't be easily cheesed, but there are still some tricks to make the challenges less of a hassle. So let's get into it. The first 2 areas aren't important. A pool you could avoid altogether if you jump before go, and waves of mobs that can't even hurt you. The third area is when the challenges start, specifically with the gecko beanie. You won't be selling insurance, but you will be copying paintings using a comedically large brush. Painting swap after completion, so be sure to get the most dominant color. The paintings are as follows. Starting from right of the entrance, there's Eye of Ender, which is mostly black and purple. Ender Dragon, again black and purple. Earth, mostly black and blue. Apple, black and red. And Crown, red and yellow. To the left, there's Valley, mostly green and blue. Flowers, pretty diverse with red, blue, green, and brown. Nether, boasting black, red, and yellow. Desert, yellow, green, and blue. And, Gyroid from Animal Crossing? Whatever it is, it's mostly white and brown. You got 200 blocks to paint for the Gecko Challenge, so have fun with that. The next microgame has players baking cake, but not in the traditional crafting table way. Instead, you gather ingredients from around the room, then bring them to the center. Just go around collecting materials until the last 10 seconds to dump the load. Pretty sure actually making the cake isn't necessary for the challenge, as long as the ingredients make it to the center. The Panda Challenge demands 200 ingredients to be used, so like the Gecko, this one will need multiple runs for completion. And lastly, the final microgame is a sprint to the finish. To the left of the entrance, you'll find the pearl needed for the Axolotl Challenge. Simple as that. And that's another 4 done. We got 1 more minigame and just a handful of challenges left. So here we are at the final minigame, Meltdown, a game of survival where players move through 7 rooms while freezing mobs with special bows. There's only 2 challenges in this game, but they're probably the hardest in the series. One requires you to reach the 3rd room, and the other, the Yak Challenge, needs a staggering 350 frozen mobs to be killed. Better get moving. The best strategy is to stay close to your fellow players, and close to the exit. Try to line up approaching mobs, as arrows will go right through them. Getting the high ground also helps, and there are ways to corral the mobs. And if you want to be a lame cheeser, stealing kills is a thing you can do. While finishing the game isn't required, I do recommend going past through the 3rd room, if anything just to get a high body count. So those are the minigames. Pretty fun and very cheesy. But there are still 2 more challenges to do. The last one we'll cover here is the Llama Challenge, which wants you to gift 10 other players. Gifts are bought at the toy store, found in the mountain between Meltdown and Grid Runners. Buying all 10 will cost 1,000 coins, but at this point you should be swimming in the stuff. So go up to random people and hand out gifts while wearing the lime beanie, and another challenge is completed. All mascot hats and emotes have been claimed, but to get the new cape, 1 more challenge must be completed. One that has been slowly revealing itself in a cave just above the toy shop. All will be revealed, but in another video. Right now I've got a really pink problem to deal with. I'm the Fedora Mask. Thanks for watching, and I tip my fedora to you.